Becky Lynch hits back at a WWE Hall of Famer after Monday Night Raw. WWE legend explains why Goldberg should beat Roman Reigns at the Elimination Chamber. And Bron Breakker accepts an ex-World Champions challenge for an NXT title match. What's up, everyone? I'm Jose G, and there's a lot to talk about in today's Sportskeeda Wrestling WWE News Roundup. Never miss brand new content by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Becky Lynch hits back at a WWE Hall of Famer after Monday Night Raw. Becky Lynch got into a war of words with Lita in the most recent episode of Raw. The man was challenged by the Hall of Famer to a match for the Raw Women's Championship. The two will be facing each other at the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event on February 19th. In the aftermath of this week's episode of Raw, Lynch took to Twitter and mentioned that one should never meet their heroes as they might be forced to put them down, a message clearly meant for the WWE legend. On Raw, the Raw Women's Champion said that Lita was her inspiration and there wouldn't be a Becky Lynch without Lita. But now that the man already has her existence, there can be no Lita. In response, the former WWE Women's Champion added that the fans kept chanting her name from the very first day and still have her back. The reply clearly angered big-time Bex as she went on to attack Lita. But in return, Lita got the better of her and hit the Twist of Fate and the Moonsault, after which Lynch retreated. Liv Morgan sends a bold message to fellow WWE Superstars despite losing on Raw. Liv Morgan has sent out a bold message to her fellow competitors ahead of the participation inside the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event. This week on Raw, Morgan lost to Doudrop in singles competition. The former NXT UK star will be among the 6 other women who will step foot inside the gruesome Elimination Chamber structure this year. Taken to Twitter, Morgan listed her accolades in the lead-up to another appearance inside the Elimination Chamber. The former Raw Women's title challenger noted how she previously has main evented for the same belt. At the Elimination Chamber, Morgan will be stepping foot inside the structure against Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Doudrop, Nikki ASH, and another superstar who is yet to be confirmed. All 6 women will go head-to-head against one another, with the winner receiving a match for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania 38. As things stand, Becky Lynch is still the Raw Women's Champion and will be defending her title at the same show. It will be interesting who emerges the victor in Saudi Arabia to challenge big-time Bex at WrestleMania. WWE legend explains why Goldberg should beat Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber. WWE Hall of Famer Bully Ray says the company should throw a big surprise by having Goldberg defeat Roman Reigns and win the Universal Championship at Elimination Chamber, as it would shake things up. Goldberg and Reigns will finally get to face off for the first time in WWE history later this month. The two superstars were supposed to face each other at WrestleMania 36, but the match was canceled after Reigns pulled out due to COVID-19 fears. On Busted Open Radio, Bully Ray said that WWE storylines are very predictable at the moment, which is why he wants Goldberg to win the Universal title. Bully Ray also suggested the possibility of a face-to-face between Goldberg and Brock Lesnar on SmackDown, as well as Goldberg, Lesnar, and Reigns all in the ring together. The Elimination Chamber event will take place for the first time in Saudi Arabia on February 19th. Apart from the huge clash between Reigns and Goldberg, the show will also feature a high-profile elimination match for the WWE Championship. Bobby Lashley will put his title on the line against Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles, Seth freaking Rollins, Riddle, and Austin Theory inside the menacing structure. Brock Lesnar's return and major title match announced for next week's Raw. WWE has announced that the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar will return to Raw next Monday. Brock Lesnar won the Men's Royal Rumble match coming in at number 30 after losing the WWE title to Bobby Lashley thanks to Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. Brock then stated that he wanted a title versus title match against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, entering the Elimination Chamber in an effort to reclaim the WWE Championship from Bobby Lashley. WWE announced on the most recent edition of Raw before the main event that Lesnar will be present for the show's next episode. Brock Lesnar's return wasn't the only major announcement on Raw. After defeating Damian Priest on the most recent edition of WWE's Flag Show, the phenomenal AJ Styles earned a shot at Priest's United States Championship next week on Raw. The result was an impressive one for Styles, as Priest has rarely been beaten clean in his time with WWE. Styles is no stranger to the United States Championship, having reigned with the title on 3 separate occasions. With this spot in the Elimination Chamber match already secured, adding a new title will only increase the momentum of the former TNA star. Bron Breakker accepts an ex-World Champions challenge for a WWE NXT Championship match. NXT champion Bron Breakker has accepted Dolph Ziggler's challenge and wants to face him after his match against Santos Escobar. Breakker has taken the WWE Universe by storm over the last few months and has climbed to the top of NXT very quickly. The young superstar became NXT champion last month when he defeated Tommaso Ciampa at New Year's Evil. In a response to Dolph Ziggler's recent challenge, Breakker stated that he would be open to facing the Raw superstar after his match against Escobar at NXT Vengeance Day. Ziggler's last match in NXT came almost a decade ago when he faced Rusev in a singles bout. The NXT Vengeance Day show, which will take place next week, will be Breakker's first title defense of his NXT Championship since winning it in January. WWE reportedly had plans to set up a storyline between Breakker and Ziggler at the Men's Royal Rumble match, but the NXT champion wasn't a part of this year's Rumble, as the company chose to not include any NXT superstars in this year's match. Meanwhile, Ziggler entered at number 16 but did not make any eliminations and was thrown out of the match by Bad Bunny. Thanks for watching today's Sportskeeda Wrestling WWE News Roundup. For exclusive content that you never want to miss, you gotta subscribe to our YouTube channel and smash that notification bell so you never miss whenever we drop brand new content. Follow us on all social media and download the Sportskeeda app for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.